We have to find ways of addressing stigma and discrimination. Michelle was extremely optimistic and wonderful in this new universe. Everything is changing in the world. But we saw Sam say something totally different. And we deal with this. India has maybe changed Section 377, the law. It's going to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court has to make a decision. Not yet quite repealed. We've still got another hurdle there. In Pakistan, they have the Sharia and the civil law. In Afghanistan, they have the Sharia and the civil law, where we can still be killed for being who we are. We have to figure out ways of engaging with government without creating even more problems for ourselves and more arrests. We are constantly being asked to behave responsibly when the societies that we live in treat us as we have no worth, we have no power, we have no dignity, so why bother? Why should we behave responsibly in the societies that treat us so irresponsibly? So we need more money, we need more coverage, we need more knowledge. And Stephen is right, this stuff that Chris was talking about is an excellent way of getting more knowledge. But we need more than just epidemiological data. We need sociological data, we need anthropological data, we need ethnographic data as to how different communities of MSM and transgenders and gay men and hijras and kotis and katois and bakla and warrior, all the different names, how they live their lives, how do they make their own decisions in terms of their own risk behaviors. We don't have enough knowledge about that. And so, one of the reasons why I think the Global Fund got engaged with us, can I have some water? Can you help me with some water? This humidity is killing me. You know, I lost my suitcase, so I had no clothes to wear. So I thought, should I come here without clothes on or what? But in this humidity, I think being naked is a much more sensible option. Okay, I want to end up very quickly because there's other people to speak and they need their rights. We formed coalitions with UNDP, with international NGOs, with our partners in different countries. We came together to work together, a very diverse network of partners. And that seemed to somehow work. But we need to do it on a broader scale. We need to engage with family and reproductive health programs, with women's rights, with lesbian and gay rights, with government rights, with every police rights. The reason why the Afghan government is interested in investing in MSM and HIV is not because they have vulnerable MSM, it's but that the soldiers and the police were vulnerable to HIV from their male sex workers. They didn't care about us, they cared about soldiers. The Global Forum is a very key institution in this because it brings together a wide variety of stakeholders, from you and me to folks like Stephen, Mandeep, and a lot of other institutions, so that we share a common platform. And I seriously believe now, after 40 years of engagement, that we can no longer shout at each other over the wall. You know, ACT UP days in Paris and New York and London, where we chained ourselves to railings and all of this. How many of you remember chaining yourself to these railings back in the 80s? 1. Oh God, we are old, no? 2. 4. Those days are over. It's the day of dialogue. It's the way of sharing and networking, building coalitions. And the Global Forum and the Asia-Pacific Coalition and AmShare and ASICAL in Latin America, that's the way forward and where we can engage in multiple discussions with multiple stakeholders to come together and join hands in our common struggle, which is based on human rights for all. Not just MSM, gay men, transgenders, whatever, but for all. This is not a struggle that will end in a few years. You, as the next generation, carry that vision forward. It's up to you. I don't expect to live out the end of my days with that vision and that dream being true. But I'm hoping that you, as you end your next generation's days, that vision is true. I leave that dream with you. Thank you very much.